All right, we're going to have to get a little critical of this Vikings team eventually, and that's what I kind of wanted to do with this video. See, as you see by the title, I'm talking about the secondary. I don't know what I'm going to title it. I'll probably title it like I like the secondary group, but I don't love them. Something along those lines, because that kind of summarizes my thoughts on the Vikings cornerback group going into this season. So listen, I am riding a high train on the Vikings. I think they're going to be really special. I think they have a chance if they bring all the talent together to really do something this year where the fans and kind of everybody will look back and be like, damn, that was an incredible year. And we also have a chance for greatness. I think this team does have a chance to make a Super Bowl, to make an NFC championship, and then just see what happens. However, right now, if there's one position group that I think is going to restrict them from that, it's got to be the corners. And the thing that still is, and I know people are going to kind of get kind of a little defensive on the corners because, listen, we made moves this offseason. I'm not saying we didn't address the cornerback situation, but it's leaving me a little weary of like going on to a big time game with the corners we have. The point I'm trying to make here is there is a lot riding on Cameron Dantzler's shoulders this year. And I don't really think a lot of us realize that. If you're looking at the Vikings corners, Gladney was just released. Whatever, waste of a first-round pick. I was going to make a video on it. You guys probably all heard the news. Doesn't really matter. He's gone. Then you get into like the fourth corner, and I think the fourth corner right now is probably Chris Boyd or Mac Alexander. Probably Mac Alexander. So Chris Boyd is like the fifth corner. I like him. He's got a ton of natural talent. He just isn't the smartest. I don't want to say smartest corner on the field. He just doesn't really get it all the time. He's got immense talent though. He can go and make plays. It's just if he's in the right position. Then you got Mac Alexander. He's actually been balling out in training camp apparently. He's been really good. And then you got like Breland. I've seen he came on to training camp and he was doing really well. And I think the report of him doing really well was true in the first couple of days I saw it. But more recently, he's been kind of getting cooked in camp. And I think it's something we need to look out for. And listen, no reporters will go and report Brashad Breeland's getting, cooked in camp. So before you guys get on me saying like, oh, you don't know what you're talking about. Listen, I was watching a lot of the training camp, and I just seen a lot of plays where he was just getting cooked by a lot of guys. That Mercedes, the guy out of Iowa, that's when we start calling him Mercedes. Merced, the speedy receiver, he was cooking him a couple times. Jefferson, obviously he's cooking everybody, but he cooked him a couple times. And then you get into Dantzler and Pat Pete as are 1 and 2, and I'm kind of looking at it, and it's just like, okay, they're good, but I don't know if they're going to be even near the top of the league. And I was looking around the NFC, and even if you look at our first 2 games, where these offenses are going to try to exploit the Vikings defense is at their secondaries. At the Vikings secondary. That week 1 matchup, I think the Vikings defense will be able to get a strong hold on the Bengals offense, but that's a tough guard for this team because you're going to have Jamar Chase, T. Higgins lined up against Dantzler and Pat Pete, and that's going to be a tough guard. But it does make me feel a little more comfortable that I have Harrison Smith and that our pass rush will be better. But it's either going to have to come down to for the Vikings defense in weeks 1 and 2, and then especially week 2 against the Cardinals. That will be Zimmer's kind of show me game with these corners, because those corners, no one can guard D-Hop on this Vikings defense right now. In this Vikings secondary, nobody can man up with D-Hop. Not many people in the league can, but you're probably going to throw Dantzler on him, and then you're probably have to sprinkle around Pat Pete and those other guys somewhere. But it's going to come down to is if the Vikings corners can take a step up and hold people for 5 seconds, or is the DNs and the pass rush going to need to bring it up a little bit, way more than they did last year, which they will, and kind of close that time that the quarterback has to throw, so it gives the DBs kind of more time to be aggressive. That's where it's really all going to come down to. So listen, I like the cornerback group. I do, but I think there's going to be a couple games this year where the Vikings lose, and I think it's going to be because of them. Because when it's in the fourth quarter and it's about winning matchups and it's about winning your one-on-one, I like our guys. I really do. I think they got potential. I think Dantzler has serious potential to be a top 10 corner. I'm just going to need to see it. like that's pretty much where I'm at with this Viking cornerback group. And I was gonna make a video like, listen, the O-line, nobody's really thrilled about our O-line right now. Yeah, we like our O-line. We got our question marks, but my question marks come from the secondary. Are we able to win enough one-on-ones? I think we got a good group of 4, but there's no great. And when a good group of 4, if they play together and they listen to the scouting report and they can do all that, they can be great. However, just right now, I got my concerns about the secondary. That's really where my concerns on defense comes from. I'm fine with the linebackers. I'm fine with the D-line. I heard Xavier Woods is a vocal leader in the secondary at safety. I like him. It's just those corners, I'm hoping Pat Pete can unlock something in them and just have Dantzler, have Mackenzie Alexander, have Chris Boyd. They just need to turn it up a little bit. Let me know what you guys think about the secondary going into the season. Q&As starting soon. We're going to do Q&As once every couple days, so I'll leave a comment down below. Drop your Q&As about the Vikings. It could be about me. It could be about the NFL. Any question you want to go, drop it down below in the comment. Let me know what you guys think about this video. Vikings secondary, how we feeling? Talk to you guys next time. Skol Vikes.